Welcome everyone to Rearview TV channel. I have a new video that we will be talking about today. We will be taking a step back into history, speaking about colonialism. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure you subscribe now and hit the notification bell. Africa's colonial history. Let's begin with Africa's monarchs, Ghana and the Ashanti Kingdom. Here is a few facts. The Ashanti Kingdom were forced to abandon their palaces during the colonial era. However, the kings still remain to today. The West African coast was home to many important empires, Ghana, Mali, Sinai, and others. The Europeans, colonizers, discovered this part of West Africa, and a race broke out as they all wanted to be the first to settle in the land along the coast. Apologies if I don't pronounce some of these names correctly. When they arrived, meaning the colonizers, fortresses were built, trading was established, and then they started developing relationships with the local inhabitants. They then brought and sold metals, ivory, gold, oils, spices, and then Africans. People were brought and sold by them too. The Europeans created a demand and used Africans as both victim and perpetrators of the slave trade. Some African rulers endured war to fight other Africans to be captured into slavery and be sold as slaves. Sadly, it was a lucrative business for the Gentiles, meaning colonizers, and other consumers. I might say Gentiles a lot in this video, that's just me referring to non-Africans. So who was involved? British, German, Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch, French. The Arabs, Muslims were involved too. This was before the Europeans, but eventually they all worked together. They all carried goods, weapons, and alcohol to the coast for exchange for new slaves. As you can see from the image here. Slavery. Where was Africans displaced or taken to? The Africans were taken from their lands as slaves and were misplaced in Brazil, America, Caribbean, UK, and some other countries, but this was only if they survived the journey by sea. The Ashanti Kingdom, Ghana, West Africa. They successfully resisted the European invaders for a long time after several battles and surrendered to the British at the end of the 19th century. Ghana gained their independence in 1957. They were one of the first. All the Gentiles brought along their flags. The leaders of the Ashanti Kingdom have a responsibility to preserve the culture. The Ashanti Kingdom has become one of the ethnic groups among many in Ghana. Their palaces were destroyed or used for other purposes, yet the kings and chiefs still remain kings till today. Now we're going to speak a little bit about the colonial era. The image here shows the impact the colonizers had on the continent of Africa and their people. So you can see all their flags all over the continent of Africa, the map. This just shows where they were based. The Europeans were among all African countries. It wasn't just the Gentiles though. The Muslims, Arabs, and Asians were involved too. The Europeans eventually retreated from the continent of Africa simply because they could no longer afford the colonies they once created before the colonizers appeared. The Gentiles, colonizers, hurt Africans in so many ways. Before they came, Africa had only kings and queens. The Africans already had all their institutions and lands intact, as well as their own judicial, health, and education systems. The Gentiles wanted to dismantle everything the Africans had built and put in place so that they could impose their own wicked and sinful ways onto the African people. I personally feel that the Gentiles were jealous of what the African people had, and when they arrived, they were so mesmerized by everything they saw on the land and how the African people were living. They just wanted it all. Ashanti's gold. The British, Dutch, and Germans would exchange the gold from Ashanti for weapons like guns and ammunition. The Ashantis, being armed with weapons, became more powerful compared to other tribes in the land. Now we're going to go a bit into Sierra Leone, a little story, and mention some little history there. The city of Sierra Leone, called Freetown, had its name deprived as a place where Africans that have been sold into slavery returned to. However, I did see something come up that there was somewhere called Gallinas or something like that before Freetown. I have to double check, but yeah. In 1808, Britain declared Sierra Leone as a crown colony and had powers over the coastal region. Towards the end of the 19th century, Britain expanded the powers and influence way deeper into the African continent. Sierra Leone had their independence in 1961. However, some impacts from the colonial era still are deep-rooted in Sierra Leone today and has an effect on the country and the people and their systems. So this video was about a bit of delving into Africa's history and some of the events that had happened there. I will be bringing out a part 2, which also shares with you a bit more about Africa's history, and it will shortly be coming. Let me know your thoughts below on some of the information that I shared with you today. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If some of you are watching but are not subscribed yet, please subscribe because I can see you. I do know who is subscribed. But also, I don't know if you've been checking my community section, my posts page on my channel, but I do regularly post on there, and I have shared a link to our website, our new temporary website that I would like you to go have a look at and try and sign up to and become a member of. I also post some videos on the website as well. You can go on there, it has groups, talk forum, blog, your own profile where you can add your own picture, connect with other members and whatnot. But yeah, have a look. And thank you for clicking to watch this podcast today. I have tried to not just make it like solely just me talking. I have tried to add in a few pictures or elements here and there. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in part 2.